You may have heard the saying, connect with your heart. And if you're anything like me, you're wondering, what does that even mean? How can I connect to my heart? It's inside of me. Shouldn't I always be connected to it? And so in this video, I'm going to break down what that means, how you can connect to it, and why you should. My name is Amanda. If you don't know me, I am a healing practitioner, and I help you purify your mind and your body so that you can step into your power and your potential. First things first, when it comes to the heart center and why you would want to slow down to listen to it, is that your heart is incredibly intelligent. You actually have three brains, right? Your mind, which you know is your center for logic and reasoning, and then you've got your heart, which is your center for emotion, right? You've also got your intuition, your gut, and these three sources of intelligence play a really important role in your life, in how you receive information and the decisions that you make. So if we look at head versus heart decision making, the most common way that people make decisions is with their head, right? They use their mind, they use logic to reason their way through problems and situations and make decisions, which is okay. It's a great way of doing things. However, there are some limitations in that your mind is making decisions based on past experiences and what it believes to be true. It's not necessarily factoring in the emotional side of things other than protecting you from unwanted situations, right? Situations where you may experience an unwanted emotional result. Your brain's job is really to keep you safe. And so you've got your heart, which is your center for emotions, right? It's your emotional center. And so this is where you can really access what it is that you like, what it is that you love, what you're passionate about, what excites you. And so when we start to make decisions from our heart, you can tell that the decisions we make are more connected to, I guess, our true self and what we really want to experience here in life. You also have your gut, which is your center for intuition. So this is a knowing of whether something is right or wrong. And your gut and your heart are working with energy, right? Emotions are simply energy. And so if you're only making decisions from your head brain, then you're missing the opportunity to make decisions based on information that factor in energy, right? And we are more energy than we are physical matter. So when you start to connect to and listen to your heart, you're essentially unlocking more wisdom that is going to benefit you in the long term, right? Because if you operate from a space of protection or desire to protect yourself from an unwanted situation, you can see how that might lead you to stay within a comfort zone and not really put yourself out there, not really speak up, and sort of forge your own way. Your heart is the path to do that. So if you're someone that knows there is more for you than what you are currently living, and you're not sure what that is or what that looks like, well, the answer is to start connecting to your feeling center, to start feeling what feels right for you, right? There's a big difference in operating from a place of thinking and feeling. And this is what connecting your heart is all about. It's about connecting to your truth, who you are and what you want to experience. Now, if you're new to this, connecting to your heart may bring up some emotions that haven't been dealt with, right? And the way through this is actually feeling what is weighing on your heart. Your heart wants to provide you with wisdom, but you can't hear it if it's clouded, right? So then there's three steps really to connect with, listen to, and follow your heart. Is firstly, connect with, just get out of your head and into your body. And so this really looks like slowing down. It looks like developing a meditation practice where you actually get out of your head and into your heart. In the description below, I have a free guided meditation called Heart Led that does this for you, right? It's only a 10-15 minute meditation. So you can grab that using the link below. Start connecting to your heart, start slowing down your mind and getting out of your head. And this place is a silent place, right? In your heart is more feeling, is more energy, and is less noise, right? The mind can be overthinky, the mind can be loud. And so when you drop into your heart, things get quiet. And this is the goal of meditation, is to quiet your mind so that you can actually start to feel, because feeling is the second step in being able to listen to your heart, right? Because you need to move through what's weighing on it. Like, start to lift the burden that your heart has carried. You don't have to carry it forever. And so the first step here is really stop suppressing your emotions, right? When you start to connect to your heart, you will be faced with emotions to process. And then the goal here is to stop suppressing them and to just be with them, right? Feeling them out is the way through. It's the way to the other side where you can then start to listen to your heart, right? You've got to start shedding the layers. Is really important to start coming back into your truth, because the more that you release what's weighing on you, whether it be fear or guilt or shame or sadness or anger, all of these denser emotions, they keep you from really hearing your truth. And so when you start to feel them out, to release them, then you can start to listen into the things that make you feel good, right? The things that excite you, that make you feel happy. And so you can't have one side without the other, right? You have to move through the emotions to get the honest truth of who you are, right? And when you can start to hear who you are, you can start to follow that. You can start to pursue the direction of your heart's calling, what it is that makes you happy, what it is that makes you feel joy, right? Follow the joy is advice that I've received and followed for a long time. Is like, look for the things that make you happy and then follow that. Like if you think about wanting to live a life where you're genuinely happy, not pretending, but genuinely happy, excited to wake up every day, then you have to be doing things that you love, right? So the more that you can move through the emotions, listen to what it is that your heart has to say, and then follow that, the more that you're going to build a life that you love, the more that you're going to build a life that you feel genuinely excited and happy about. And that is the goal, right? I'm a big believer that the more that you let go, the more that you become more you. So it's about letting go of the emotions. Yes, it's also about letting go of the beliefs. Your beliefs and your emotions are intertwined. Typically, a belief will result in a emotion, right? They're interconnected. So you can start to shed and release these layers by not only what you are feeling in the current, but what you are thinking, right? If you're thinking undesirable thoughts that make you feel no good, well, then it's sitting with the thought and allowing the emotion to arise. This is really the goal of healing, is to get your head and your heart on the same page so that there is no inner conflict when it comes to making decisions of, I really want to do this, but what if? What if they judge me? What if I let them down, right? And these thoughts, for example, letting someone down, has an emotion attached to it. How does it make you feel if you were to let someone down? And so the more that you can be okay with experiencing that emotion, the more that you can feel through that emotion, the more that it's going to lessen its weight on you. The more that you're going to feel confident in making decisions based on what your heart wants, because you're less worried now about what other people are going to think. I hope that makes sense. So the whole point of really connecting to your heart is, number one, to feel the emotions so you can feel deeper, so you can reconnect to your true self and build a life that you love, right? That's the point of all this work. And there is healing to be done along the way. There is unlearning of the beliefs that make you feel not your best, and there's processing of the emotions that we have stored along the way. And when you do this, life gets really good because you can start making decisions about what feels good, and you can start living into your feeling sense, which ultimately is going to help you create a life that you love. Also, a thought here is like, your heart is another center for intelligence. It's also the largest electromagnetic field in the body, which means that it sends out energy signals. And if you're aware of the law of attraction, what you send out, you receive. And so the more that you let go of the heavy emotions, the more that you let in the positive, higher feeling or better feeling emotions, the more that you're going to start to draw in experiences that make you feel that way, that confirm that. And so healing and moving through the weight is a blessing, because you get to experience more joy, more love, more happiness, more of what it is that you want. And that really is the goal. So if you're ready to start connecting to your heart so you can listen to it and start to follow your heart, follow your joy, then there is a free meditation for download in the description below. Enjoy, and I will see you on the next video.